It's just my opinion. All of the stuff that I do is my humble opinion. As I always say, I just open the door and it's up to you whether you want to walk through it or not. It's your choice. You don't have to agree with me. Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, hopefully you've watched the reform video that I just recently uploaded, and I hope that A, you're still subscribed, because I'm sure some people will not be happy with what I said. I've lost a couple over some other things, but it is what it is. Now that was me questioning reform and the leadership of reform and some of the decisions that reform are making and taking, which are a bit weird. And also the call from allegedly Tommy Robinson to support reform and how I want to critically question that. So while we're in the process of critically assessing and thinking about things, especially right-wing things, let's talk about Mayhar Tousi. I did do a video on Mayhar Tousi. I actually lost a couple of subscribers over it. I don't know why, but it is what it is. People are like that. So, and it was all about the police coming for him and he's going to get arrested and this, that and the other. And rightfully so. I put a video going, well, you know, this is a bit of a concern because YouTubers like me and like Clown World, YouTube, Past 49, Andy the Gabby Cabby, History Debunked, We Got a Problem, and many others, Anglo-Saxon, Silver Fox Takes, all these people who live in the UK. I'm not saying Angry Bootnik and that because they're lucky enough to be in the good old US of A and they're not under the same situation that we're currently in. So they could come, so it's, you know, what's happening to Mayhar Tousi could happen to any of us. And even though we're only, I mean, like me, I'm only a small YouTuber. I got about 7,000 subs. I get to about, I can't get any but higher than 770 at the moment. It keeps going up and down. It is what it is. The joys of YouTube. So I'm only a small YouTuber. But, you know, I like to be out and give my opinion. So, okay, fair enough. And that's wrong. And they're going to come for Mayhar Tousi. But then there's questions that started to rattle around in my mind. Like, the police had done this, but he didn't video it. And he's come out and said, oh, well, it's just before a live stream and I didn't, you know, I couldn't switch the camera on quick enough. No, I struggled to figure that out. And it's also something, a bit of information, a bit of video that would really help everybody's cause, yet you didn't have it. That's one. That's the first little thing. Then he was going to get arrested. He's going to go, you know, he's got to go to the police station and they're going to come in to get him on Monday. And then apparently, they just didn't. They lost the paperwork or no one knew anything about it. Okay. Again, that's a little bit like, really? Okay. So, all right. So, you know, maybe that's happening. But you can already see that in my mind, I have alarm bells. And these alarm bells are ringing very loud in my mind. But, you know, Mayhar Tousi's Mayhar Tousi and he is, you know, who he is. So then we come to, he's now going to take the Met Police to court. He's going to legally challenge them. And he's got his friend Andre Walker offering money. You know, it's a big push. We're gonna tackle them. It's for everyone. Okay, fair enough. Right, well, so right, okay, but I'm not going to give you any details. Oh, okay, that's fine. I can dig that. Then apparently he put a picture up of himself saying I'm fleeing to Scotland because he's been doxxed, showing documental evidence that, you know, it was been leaked. But the thing is, on the document, it didn't have his address. And then all of a sudden it turns out that it doesn't really matter that much because the address on it is the wrong address. But then I'm also fleeing to Scotland. But why are you telling everybody where you're fleeing to? If you wanted to flee to get away from people, you wouldn't tell anyone. You see, question everything, challenge everything, even me. You should do these things. I keep telling you not to take what I say as gospel. It's just my opinion. All of the stuff that I do is my humble opinion. As I always say, I just open the door and it's up to you whether you want to walk through it or not. It's your choice. You don't have to agree with me. But what's going on with Mayhar Tousi? As in, what's going on with reform? That's what's going on with a lot of prominent right-wing YouTubers and commentators. All's a bit odd. Because I don't know whether it's with you, but haven't you noticed that all of a sudden things are different? We're doing one thing and then all of a sudden we're just changing tact all of a sudden, and I don't know. Just things don't sit right. Don't get me wrong. You know, Mayhar Tousi does some great stuff. Paul Thorpe does some great stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know. Probably this is what I said before, when we all need to unite and come together. And I always said the problem with the right is we're all critical thinkers, and that's exactly what they are. We are. But just, I don't know, something just doesn't sit right. Maybe I'm just being over analytical. Maybe I'm just looking at things and going, oh, well, you know, but don't you just think it's odd? Don't you think there's a sudden surge on X of right-wing accounts that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers almost instantly? And then when you look at what they're doing, a lot of what they're putting out is misinformation, making us look stupid. There's a lot of people going around now doing stuff which seems to be actively trying to discredit what we have to say and how we feel. It's all a bit odd. It's all very, very odd. It's as if there's a concerted effort to moderate the right wing, which I hate using these, but we have to use them, the terminology we use, or just downright discredit it. When you've got people standing up for one thing and then all of a sudden going, well, actually, maybe it's not such a good idea. So there's now a huge lack of courage of convictions. This is why at the moment I particularly like Danny Roscoe. I don't always agree with the things that Danny does, but he's a man with his courage of his convictions, and he sticks to what he believes, and that's it. And yet we got a lot of these so-called right-wing commentators and politicians and media personalities who are now all not doing that. Who seem to be, now we're in a position where the right wing needs to be dragged back to centre. I would call myself centre right. I know these things no longer exist. You're either right wing or you're left wing, because we have to have polarity. We have to have black and white. And I know that sometimes, like especially these last two videos, what I'm doing, a lot of people may not like. But the simple truth of the matter is, I'm not in it for money. I barely get any. I'm in it because I want to express my opinions, and I just want to go, that's great, and we need all these things, and we do. You see, things, don't take it the wrong way. We do need change, we do need reform, we do need a new political party. Conservatives and Labour are the same thing, they just work together to destroy us. But we can't replace those two with a new version of them because we're that desperate for change. Reform and not Trump. Okay? They're not that thinking. We need a Trump. We need someone from outside to come in and sort things out. But they're never allowed to exist. Everything's done on purpose. Everything's done with design. But I get this funny feeling that a lot of us who are what we call right-wing, I hate that term, are being used and played and made to look fools because those we pin our hopes on seem to suddenly become, well, not the people we thought they were. And perhaps they were never those people in the first place. We just fell for it. Yeah. Any case, let's see what damage that does. Again, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the subs. I'm not even though I say subscribe to my channel, I only want people to subscribe so they've got a voice. Critical think anything. Critically examine everything. You got it. You got the right to do it to me, as I'm doing to them. And I'm sure I'll get some very interesting comments. Now, if you do agree with what I am saying and you like what I'm doing, then please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's totally free. I mean, there is another little bell you can ding that you're supposed to get notifications from YouTube, but you won't, because you do for a bit and then it turns them off. I don't know. There's a like button if you enjoyed this. There's also a comment section, which is always open. Feel free to say whatever you want to say. Obviously, if you're openly racist, abusive or whatever, you're gone. I don't usually delete comments if you've sent one and it's not got there. That's YouTube doing it, not me. But all this helps build the algorithm, helps build the channel, which means I can get message out to more people, which in retrospect also paints a bigger target on my back. Funny that. Any case, popping up on the screen now, 2 videos. One is the last one I uploaded. The other one will be the one that the gods of YouTube, the mighty algorithm, decided that you need to watch, so why deny it? And that is enough for that. I better go and get these presents. Any case, I'm done. So, until the next one.